Hi everyone, thank you for joining and stay tuned in to watch Angel Realtor Cafe. Tonight, this is my honor to invite our Malaysia Mortgage Broker specialist, Mr. Jonathan Ng, and he will be talk about how the foreigner to apply the mortgage in Malaysia. Before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Angel. I've been staying in Malaysia as an expatriate for 13 years. I have assisted clients from different countries to purchase a house or properties in Malaysia, as well as to apply for Malaysia second home visa or PVIP visa. Okay, so Jonathan will be our keynote speaker today. He has 18 years old, 18 years experience. Okay, so let's just begin for his own.
Hi, Angel. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay.
I know Jonathan is having a little bit flu today, and then he will have a bit of cough. But thank you for making your effort to join the interview today.
Okay. Thanks, Angel, for inviting me to share some tips and information about how the foreigner is going to apply the mortgage loan in Malaysia. Okay. Before we start, let me do some quick introduction about myself. Okay. My name is Jonathan. I have already 18 years experience in this financial industry. Okay, and our company, Smart Choice Solution, is established in Malaysia since 2001. So it's already 23 years in the market. Okay, so this is our business partner. We work together with most of commercial bank in Malaysia. Okay, so let's back to the topic tonight. Okay, how the foreigner is going to apply the loan in Malaysia. Okay, first of all, when the foreign applicant they want to apply a home loan or mortgage loan in Malaysia, okay, first the bank they will categorize the income from this applicant, whether they are actually earning the income in Malaysia or the income is actually come from overseas. Okay, for example, let's say there's a foreigner working or they're having business and generating the income in Malaysia. Okay, this group of customer, they will be more easier to get the mortgage loan approved with higher loan margin up to 80%, and also the loan tenure that can be offered up to age 70 years old or 30 years maximum. Okay, so let's say you're working or having business in Malaysia. So for the people, let's say the income is not from Malaysia, then we have to look into this applicant whether they have the Malaysia My Second Home program or not. Okay, if the customer income from overseas, but they have the Malaysia My Second Home program MM2H, so this group of customer they can enjoy similar privilege like people working in Malaysia or having business in Malaysia. They can loan up to 80% or age 70 years old or the maximum tenure up to 30 years. Okay, so if you are foreigner and your income or business is not it's not in Malaysia, it's generating from overseas, and you don't have any MM2H, okay, then unfortunately for this kind of pure foreigner, we can only offer maximum 60% of the loan, or the tenure can only up to 20 years or age 60 years old. And currently only only 3 banks in Malaysia can accept your loan application for the pure foreigner applicant. Okay. Okay. Beside the condition I mentioned just now. Okay. So let's say customer they have the MM2H in Malaysia, definitely they will enjoy a better privilege, and also bank will be easier and more willingness to accept your loan application. So if you plan to get to buy a home, to buy a property in Malaysia, we will recommend you to apply for this Malaysia My Second Home program. Okay. Okay, beside the MM2H and the term and condition just now we mentioned, okay, in Malaysia, because we are Islamic country, so we do offer conventional home loan, and also we offer Islamic home loan. Okay, so what is the difference between the conventional home loan and Islamic home loan will be? Okay, for conventional home loan, if we take this loan, the bank is going to lock us for up to 3 years. So what is this lock-in period 3 years means? Means the customer, they cannot settle the loan in 3 years, cannot do the early settlement, cannot sell your property in this 3 years. Otherwise, customer will be charged for this early settlement penalty 2 to 3% based on your loan amount if you settle the loan in 3 years. If you take the conventional loan, okay. So for those customer, let's say I'm not Muslim, but actually customer can still offer, okay, can still apply for this Islamic loan, because this Islamic loan is open for all applicants, even you're not Muslim. Okay, so that means if you are a foreigner and then maybe you want to plan to buy the property and you're planning to sell this property in short term within 3 years when the price is going up, then you want to sell for margin. Okay, you can try to apply this Islamic loan because Islamic loan, they will offer no lock-in period. That means you can do whatever you want for this loan or this property. So you can settle the loan anytime. They won't have any early settlement penalty charge on your loan. Okay. Okay, beside the lock-in period and the early settlement penalty, in Malaysia, our loan interest offering among the bank is around 3.9%, which is relevant, I would say relatively lower than a lot of countries. Okay, beside this loan interest 3.9%, and we do offer a Flexi home loan in Malaysia. So this Flexi home loan, they allow customer, if you have extra money in your saving account and you do not have any planning to use this money, you can actually prepay the extra money from your saving account into this loan account in order to reduce your loan interest. Okay, for example, if this customer, they apply a 1 million ringgit home loan in Malaysia. Okay, this 1 million home loan, if customer doing nothing, didn't do anything, will charge the interest based on 1 million, right? But this customer is allowed to prepay their extra money, put in your normal saving account, which will give you a very minor interest or very little interest. Then you can transfer all those extra money from the saving account to this loan account in order to reduce your home loan interest calculating. Okay, for example, this customer, they have 900,000 cash ringgit in his saving account, and he can transfer all this 900,000 cash into this housing loan account. Then initially, eventually, the housing loan only charge customer based on the balance 100,000 interest, instead of they will charge the full loan 1 million interest. And then the customer no need to worry about the money they prepay inside the loan account, they cannot withdraw it. Okay, this Flexi loan account, they allow the customer, you can prepay the money anytime, you can withdraw the money also anytime. And customer can perform all this prepay or withdrawal through online banking or through ATM machine, or you want to do the transaction in the branch also can, no problem. So that means this Flexi home loan in Malaysia, we allow customer, you can very flexible to move your fund between your saving account to your loan account in order to save your interest for home loan. Okay. Okay, we already talking about some loan package and what is the condition for the applicant. Then we come about the documentation we required for the loan application. Okay, If you are a salary earner, you are actually earning salary every month, then we just need to request a very simple document. For example, your employment confirmation letter from your employer, and also we need the latest 3-month salary slip and also your latest 3-month bank statement to match your salary. That's all. Then, if you are a self-employed, if you are running your own business in overseas, then we will have to request this customer the latest 2-year income, personal income tax or tax assessment document, and then we have to request this customer company registration in order we can understand what kind of what industry or what business this customer is operating, is running. And also we do request 6-month, the latest 6-month company bank statement and also the personal bank statement as well from the self-employed customer. Okay, just now we keep highlighting the important, or we keep highlighting the Malaysia My Second Home program. So this is actually definitely can benefit a lot of applicant customer when they want to come to the loan approval. Okay, because if customer with the Malaysia My Second Home program, definitely bank is more willing and more keen to offer the approval for the customer, because this group of customer, they plan to stay in Malaysia. Okay, so beside the Malaysia My Second Home program, definitely you have to attach, you have to submit your passport, and one more very important document will be your credit bureau report from your country. Okay, and also in Malaysia, just how I already mentioned, the maximum loan margin, if you are holding MM2H, we can offer you up to 80% loan. Then you have to prove your saving. It means you can afford for the balance 20% down payment for your property. Okay. Then if you can prove more saving, then will be much better lah. Okay. And also, if your document is not written in English, then we prefer the document will be writing in English version. It will be more easier for the bank to accept the document. For some of the customer, they're from Taiwan, Hong Kong, or China, Chinese is still acceptable for the Malaysia bank to accept your loan application. If your document is not from Chinese, it's not from English, it's from, let's say, Tamil or other language, then you may have to translate your document to the English so that the bank officer, they can understand what is that document talking about. Okay. So I already mentioned all the documentation, all the interest, and then the qualification, and what is the privilege if you have the MM2H program in Malaysia when you're applying the loan. So any question from your side, Angel?
Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan, for your very clear introduction now with all the different criteria for the foreigners who are working in Malaysia as an MM2H, okay, or as a company entity. Okay, yes, of course, it will always come with more of the detailed questions, okay? All right, so I just want to know more about like, is there any loan percentage limitations when it comes to the commercial, residential, or industrial property?
Okay, so if you are a foreigner, you want to buy a residential property in Malaysia, okay, if you're holding MM2H, maximum you can borrow the loan up to 80%, because the residential property, you bought it for your own stay. If you are buying a commercial property in Malaysia, then we can only offer you up to 60% loan from the property price, because the commercial property is not for for the customer to stay in Malaysia. The one buying a commercial property, the one is more for investment purpose. So for investment purpose, you definitely cannot apply higher loan amount up to 80% like the residential property. So residential property can get 80%, commercial or industrial, they want only 60% maximum. And only the loan tenure also capped at maximum 20-year maximum, or age is 60 years old only for the commercial and industrial.
Okay, I understand now. So basically, it's more encouraging for people coming to Malaysia to purchase their home to stay. So there's a better loan criteria. But when it comes to the commercial industrial, then the loan, you understand, to purchase a property, it always involves the two different entities, right? The entities can be a personal name, okay, as an individual, or as a company entity. Okay, so what's the difference of the loan criteria for these two different entities?
Okay, for individual, as what I mentioned earlier, individual can, with the MM2 hash, you can get the loan up to 80%. And that, let's say you want to using the company to apply a loan in Malaysia. Unfortunately, we are not offering any loan for the foreign company at the moment. Okay, let's say you are running a foreign company. You want to come in Malaysia, and then you want to using the company name to buy a property or applying a loan. If you're using the company name to apply the loan directly, definitely bank is not allowed. And you can do it in an alternative way, which is the director, they must come in Malaysia, and then they joint venture with a local Malaysian, set up a new company in Malaysia. And then in this new company, the company structure, Malaysia, the Malaysian must holding more than 51% share of the company and become the majorities. And the foreigner maximum can only get 49% share of the company. Because in Malaysia, if you want to using the company name to applying a loan, the major shareholder must be Malaysian. If you are foreigner holding majority share, then sorry, unfortunately, the bank cannot offer you any loan at the moment. So it must be Malaysian holding majority share. Okay?
Okay, understood. So basically, if some of the foreigners, they want to come and in an investment holding company just for the taxation saving purposes, right? Okay, and then that cannot be a sole owned by the foreign, okay, because the loan wouldn't be approved by the bank. Bank would prefer the shareholders is at least 51% of the local. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you so much. The last question. Okay, so last question that is about, is there a loan or mortgage amount restriction?
Okay, this is a very good question. Okay, in Malaysia, when we assess a loan application, we will more look into the customer repayment capability instead of the loan amount restriction. Okay, so as long as this customer, they can afford for their installment, for their monthly repayment, and all their payment, all their installment amount is not exceeding 80 to 90% of the customer total net income, then we can approve the loan application. So, and this 80 or 90% of their customer total net income, we won't set any limit for that. The customer income they may earn 1 year is 1 million, and then and 1 month the customer average net income is about, let's say, 100,000 Malaysian ringgit. Then actually you can we got the customer, they can using this 100,000 net income to pay for all their installment up to 80 to 90% of the total net income. As long as the repayment is not exceeding the customer 100% net income, then we can still approve the customer loan application. And in addition, let's say this customer having a very good saving habit, they will have a lot of FD or saving in his saving account, and the amount is more than 1 million. In Malaysia, we will treat this kind of customer as high net worth customer if you're having more than 1 million liquid asset in the account. So this kind of high net worth customer, they will be more easier for the bank to approve, more willingness from the bank to approve their application. And also even the commitment, this customer repay, I mean the monthly installment is more than the customer net income already. We can still do an exceptional approval for this group of customer if they having high net worth, they're having more than 1 million asset or cash in his account. So in overall, in conclusion, if this customer, the income is good, they have many saving in the account, actually the loan amount is not a problem for them to applying a loan in Malaysia. But one thing is, we have to highlight to the customer will be, even bank will not limit the customer applying how many loan, but every bank they will set a limit for this customer total asset or total loan with that particular bank. For example, let's say this customer, he already have 5 million loan with Maybank. Then if this customer is going to buy or is going to apply another property or more than extra loan, they cannot take the loan from Maybank anymore, because Maybank will limit every individual customer. Maximum loan they can offer is up to 5 million. The extra loan, this customer, as long as the income no problem, can still afford for the installment, the customer can get the extra loan from other bank like HSBC, like CIMB, like RHB. So the bank still can approve his extra loan application, but not from Maybank anymore, because Maybank already hit the quota of 5 million offer to one single customer. Okay?
Okay, I understand. Okay, so basically that it sounds like it's very appealing, yeah, for people who are buying a loan, because as long as you have a good matches the criteria and has a good income and asset, and so that way you have more bargaining power. So what you mean is for each bank the maximum on the loanable amount. Okay, that is Malaysia ringgit 5 million, right? So say if a loan applicant, they already meet 5 million for the Maybank with the total loanable amount, so they can try to apply for another bank, and that maximum amount is also meet to 5 million. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan, for your very clear sharing today in how the foreigners to take notes on the loan application as an M2H individual or employee in Malaysia, as well as for the company entities in the different regulations and criteria. And as we know, when it comes to the loan, it all comes to the individual cases by case. So I will advise that it's better to consult a loan broker like Jonathan individually, so that suits your own criteria. So also Jonathan has prepared his own contact information for our viewers to reach out to him to inquire more of the law, regulations and criteria. And because we are located in Malaysia, so the country code is +6, okay, and 014 is the cell phone number. And where the Jonathan attached to the is a very reputable a loan broker, which is called Smart Choice. You can see the company broker logo here. Okay. So that way, welcome to contact Jonathan for more of the detail. And thank you so much, Jonathan, for your sharing tonight. Then looking forward to seeing you for next topic, next round.
Sure. Thanks for your time also, Angel. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.